What it do, my lovely baby boos? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Hidden Truth Tarot, and we are getting back at it with another celebrity reading. This is going to be a celebrity reading for Meg the Stallion and Klay Thompson. So we're going to be doing a reading on these two. We're going to be tapping in on how they're currently feeling about each other, how Klay feels about the past drama that Megan the Stallion has been in. How does he truly feel about that? And we're also going to find out if they're going to last, okay? If you enjoy celebrity tarot readings in general, pick a card, zodiac sign, channeled messages, and channeled messages in general, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit a like, comment some feedback if you feel like it, or comment down a celebrity you would like me to channel or tap into. With no further ado, we're going to get into the first question for Megan the Stallion and Klay Thompson. Also, if you guys would like to book a personal with me, all of the information to book with me will be in my description. Okay, so the first question we have is, how are they currently feeling about each other right now? So we're going to pull a card for Megan, who will be on the left, a card for Klay, who will be on the right, and then get an energy of where they're meeting in the middle right now. Alright, so how are they feeling about each other right now, Spirit? How are they feeling about each other right now? How are they feeling about each other right now? Let's get a card from Megan. Ooh, 10 of Wands in reverse. I'm not going to take that. I kind of want a jumper, though. But we'll keep that in mind. Okay. So we have the Hermit card in reversed and the Chariot in reversed. Okay. Alright, how is Klay feeling about Megan? The 6 of Wands in reversed. Okay. Clarification with the 6 of Wands. And the 9 of... Oh! Very interesting. And let's get a middle energy with them, both of them. We have the Strength card. Clarification with the Strength. And we also have the 7 of Swords. Very interesting. Trouble in Paradise already with Meg the Stallion and Klay Thompson. I don't really feel like it's like Trouble in Paradise, but I do feel like the energy of like what Megan presents outwardly to like what you hear on the songs, and how she presents herself on social media, and how they have all of this grand gesture of romance going on between the two of them on social media. It's a lot different behind the scenes, and I do feel like I'm going to start off with Klay's energy because he is coming up a little bit stronger than Megan's. It's like he almost thought that the two worlds were going to blend in, because the 6 of Wands in reverse is about like not being seen, it's not being recognized, it's not being appreciated the way that you feel like you should be appreciated. So it feels like, to me, when it comes to Klay's energy to Megan Thee Stallion, it feels like she acknowledges a lot outward, but she might not give him that attention behind the scenes. If it's for a post, if it's for the cameras, if they're at a game, she's out in the open, she's very upfront, but behind the scenes I do feel she is a little bit more conserved, and I do feel like that's maybe based off her own fears, and we'll get into her energy. But the 9 of Cups, it makes him question her desires in this relationship, because I can tell you right now, Klay Thompson wants Megan Thee Stallion, right? He's looking at her as a wish fulfillment. He sees her as like the complete package, but the 6 of Wands is like him kind of doubting, like, do you feel the same way about me, or is this like, or am I just being too much in my head? I do feel like the 6 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Cups as well with Klay's energy with Megan, he could feel a little bit insecure, like maybe not feeling good enough, because he's looking at her as a prize, like the stallion, right? Now let's get into Megan's energy. We have the Hermit card in reverse and the Chariot. So this is what I mean about, she's very hot and cold when it comes to her energy with him, and I don't even think she really notices it. The energy where it feels like she's very, like I said, out like on the internet, she's very in your face, very lovey, very love girl, but behind the scenes I don't think you would see that same energy coming out of Megan when it comes to Klay Thompson. I'm not saying they're not romantic, I'm not saying that they're not in, you know, in feelings for each other. There is an energy of being disconnected. The Chariot is like complication. It's almost like she's feeling conflicted. I don't know if like Megan's just having I'm hearing with the Hermit card in reverse that Megan's having a hard time transitioning from the things that she's not used to. The Chariot, it's causing her to maybe even self-sabotage or create delays in a relationship that could be be very healthy for her. Because remember, like I said, with the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups, he's looking at her as the 10 under 10 prize. Like, I would give it all to you kind of energy, but he's not feeling that reciprocation. And it feels like to me he's trying to remain confident, because she does show up in little ways when he starts to doubt himself, or she does seem to reassure him, but that reassurance doesn't take away that feeling of like, you know, are you sure you're into me? Are you sure you want this? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I do feel like that's something that Klay may be battling, but he's trying to brush it off. He is trying to, I'm hearing that song. I don't know who sings it, but I'm like, what's it called? It's like, I was made to, not one but both of us. Like, he doesn't mind holding the weight, especially if he feels like it's gonna take her time, because it feels like he's aware of her past or her wounds or the things that she bottles or pushes away. But it also, like, he looks at that as like strong, right? But like I said, with Megan's energy, she does feel like there are challenges with him. Like the Hermit card, she doesn't feel always as emotionally there, even though she wants to be present. She doesn't always feel emotionally invested, even though she wants to be. It feels like almost an energy of her, like her heart wanting to be somewhere, but her mind ends up going somewhere else. And it feels like self-sabotage. Like, for example, guys, you know, when you deal with a very toxic person who lies, cheats, steals, and all that jazz, and then you're finally with somebody who's committed and loyal and treats you right, you're so used to the chaos that you don't know what peace feels like. And that kind of what it feels like, because when we meet in the middle energy of how they're feeling about each other right now is the Strength card and the Seven of Swords. You know, there's doubts, there are fears, but there also is an energy of like, we can work this out. Seven of Swords. Nobody knows what we know. Nobody knows what we got going on. You know what I mean? And I do feel like the Seven of Swords, both of them giving each other the benefit of the doubt, even if they're seeing red flags. Not necessarily confirmations needs Megan Thee Stallion seeing red flags about Klay Thompson, but almost like the red flag of maybe not being as vulnerable, maybe not being as forward, because that seems like what the problem is. It feels like the Strength card here. It's like you put your guard down in some places, but then sometimes I feel like you're moving in weird ways, or your energy is moving in weird ways. It's like it's hard to pinpoint. And then we act like unified, and I want to be on your team. That's how Klay feels. Like, I want to be on your team. I want to be on your side, but I want to make sure that you're actually comfortable as well. Let's get more clarification on Megan's energy. Yeah, the Judgment clarification with Klay's energy. And we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, so the Judgment card, like, it feels to me that Megan the Stallion's having a hard time letting go of her past. It's like Spirit's asking her to release the weight that don't serve her when it comes to energies. And I feel she has done a lot of inner work. I do feel like she feels like Klay has been kind of an awakening experience for her, because it has been something she's never experienced. But I'm telling you, this girl is not used to peace. She's not used to love in this frequency. It's almost like she's used to chaos. With him coming up with the Three of Cups, he celebrates her, but he does fear about third-party situations around her, whether it's just friends or people she claims that are friends. It's like this energy of like, I know you're not lying, I know you're not cheating on me, but I have a fear that you might not want this in the future kind of energy. Clarification with the Strength card in reverse and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. It's like continuing to fight. And this is where they both are kind of meeting in the middle. They're both fighting for this relationship. So that's confirmation. So that's a good sign to tell me that they both want it. They're just in two different realities when it comes to emotional maturity. I'm not saying Megan Thee Stallion doesn't want Klay Thompson, but one, it feels like one, this is not her type. Two, this is not her type of love that she goes for or settles for or what she's ever experienced. And three, it feels like to me, the more that she hangs out with him, the more that she's in his energy, she is awakening and realizing this is probably something that she should be going for, but she just doesn't understand why her heart is not matching what her head is at, or her head's not matching where her heart's at. And then here is Klay being very open-minded and very reassuring, but also he has his inner doubts and fears that he keeps to himself because he doesn't want to push her away. But then it's them both trying to fight for it, right? I don't want to cause fights. I don't want to cause issues. But I also, you know, I can't ignore the energy of maybe feeling like sometimes it's not always in sync. And I think that's something that they're both kind of in this energy of like, we may not be perfect, but I'm not ready to let this go. And I think that's a beautiful thing because that shows, you know, growth. It shows that they have potential and that they can grow into something stronger in a foundation. But I definitely feel like this is going to have to require Megan to be a little bit more forthcoming, as in releasing her past, healing those wounds, doing that shadow work. Because I feel like Megan could have a tendency of just repeating past mistakes here with the Judgment, of going to release her past a little bit more, that she holds too tight to the energy that hurts her. But that's the type of energy she's used to. I feel like Megan the Stallion holds a lot more trauma than she lets on, not even just from the Tory Lane shooting, but just in general in life. And it feels like she's around somebody who's more healed than her, and it's triggering. She doesn't know how to necessarily handle it because it revolves her to feel like she's not in control. But yeah, look at that, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. So her spiritual team are trying to advise her or warn her or give her the advice that this is a good thing, don't ruin it. Yeah, but she's still caught in these karmic contracts until death do us part. And this is what I mean about that past energy. Pride, ego. And we also have thoughts, okay? But they're both dealing with this pride and ego problem, but just in different ways. Like I said, I do feel like Klay's in this energy of wanting to be chosen, wanting to be picked, like not wanting to lose her because he does see her as something special. But she's having this problem of weakening her stance and understanding that it's okay to be loved, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to have stability. Confirmation verb. Family, commitment. Like I said, this is a man that's committed, that could marry her one day. But she has to get out of this energy. She's still dreaming. I'm hearing, well, what Spirit told me with that card, Megan Thee Stallion still has nightmares about stuff as well. Oof, it's funny how I say that. We have the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We all know who that is. If you know, you know. With the Ace of Wands here. But she still has dreams about a fire sign, or nightmares about a fire sign that still haunts her. And that's like another thing. It's like there's something from her past that she's having a hard time growing from. And it's not just, like I said, with you know what. It's other things in her life, but that's a main catalyst, I want to say, that's closing her off. Okay. It's like this girl's really afraid of love, but I want to say that they do have positive feelings for each other. They're just trying to make it work. They're trying to come into an equal stance, because I do feel like they do love each other or have a lot of love for each other. I want to see if Megan Thee Stallion is cheating on Klay Thompson. And then we're going to get into our next question. The next question is going to be, are they, how does he feel about the drama? Her drama, excuse me guys, I gotta blow my nose. All right, is she cheating on him? An Empress in reverse in the Tower card. I don't think she's cheating. She's not really giving love to anybody. I definitely feel she is very loyal to this man. The Five of Swords, but like when I say cheating, I feel like she's not sleeping with anybody else. But I also feel like there is an energy with like Hollywood, because I don't know why I keep on hearing like everybody messing around with the same people. So it's like there could be people here that try to trigger her or try to create arguments or try to create little spittles because they know that she's dating Klay, to maybe fumble her spot with him or still like that. Yeah, Six of Swords. But I don't think there is actual physical cheating happening between the two of them right now. And this feels like more of the energy of someone who doesn't want to fuck it up. That's, you know, if it's funny because Megan, even though she's in this energy of still needing to heal, if she sees a good thing in front of her, she just doesn't know how to grab it with the Fool card. High Priestess, that into, like, she's sitting in that very knowing, like, I got a good thing, this man's good for me. I just need to get out this energy of holding on to the past. She cares about the past too much, whether it's shit that happens, people's opinions, and the truth is already out. I think that's one thing Megan needs to understand, that the truth is already out. So it doesn't matter how much you try to sit in it, replay it, erase it. It's like the truth is already out. Just grow, learn, heal, and expand. And that's what Spirit is trying to, you know, get her to understand, that she doesn't have to keep on kicking the can, crying over spilt milk. Alright, so let's see how Klay Thompson feels about the past drama. Megan Thee Stallion, how does he feel about that past drama? How does he feel about that past drama? The World card in reverse. Yeah, so he knows that there are things that are still incomplete about the past, the Judgment. She still kind of judges herself harshly about it. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I definitely feel like Klay has like a mixed opinion about it. I don't feel like he judges her. I think that's one thing that I can say about this man, is that he's letting the story tell itself. So even if there was an opinion, even if there was an energy of wanting to take a side, he's choosing Megan's side because he loves her. Okay, that's clearly what I'm saying. The World card in reverse is also saying that he can tell that whatever, like, it's more than just this Tory situation, but he knows that this woman has a lot of baggage. But the Judgment and the Ten of Pentacles is telling me that he's willing to carry it. He's willing to help her heal it. He's willing to help her transform it. The Ten of Pentacles also talks about the disappointments, the tribulation that comes with her. So I think he kind of knows that she might not be the most honest, or there's some misconceptions in the things that she says, but he's still looking at her as someone that is beautiful, as someone that is worth loving. It's like, even, and I think that's what's really healing about Klay's energy, is that he has this very empathetic energy. Like, he loves, it feels like I'm getting this energy like he loves Megan for Megan. Like, he doesn't look at the past, he doesn't look at the Tory situation, he's not looking at anything of that. I feel like also too, the Temperance card and the Ten of Pentacles is telling me that Klay Thompson, even with the Royal card, has been interested in Megan Thee Stallion for a long time. She just finally said yes. Okay, so I think that's another thing as well. Like, he is in this energy of like, if only you could see how I look at you and through my eyes. It's not about the past, not about what you lied about, it's not what about is true. It's about what I'm making with you right now in this present moment. And what he knows in this present moment is that she is a genuine person to him. Six of Wands, like I said, he does put her on a pedestal. He sees the innocence, he sees the good, he sees the loving woman, he's like bypassing all that. Now maybe the girl has got some good coochie, I don't know, here, Seven of Swords, but he's not thinking about the deception, the Emperor in reverse. And you got to keep in mind, there have been people in his ear or trying to convince him other ways, like not to talk to her, not to fuck with her, but he is in love with her. And he knows that she's broken, like burden, or like I want to say has fragmented pieces. And it's funny how I say love and we have the Lovers card, and that's why it'd be unfortunate if Megan kind of self-sabotages, because the Star card, Aquarian energy, he looks at her very much as who she is, the Star. The Devil card in reverse, and he's not here to hold any grudges or anything against her. Like, at the end of the day, like, he's just wanting her to heal and to grow and to better herself. The Seven of Cups, regardless of what's true and what isn't true. The thing is, I want to say that Klay Thompson is not playing the battle of what's true and what's not true. He's battling in the energy of people can change, things happen, you know, people get caught up around the wrong people, which creates certain circumstances. He is looking at the bigger picture. He's not looking at the situation black and white. Oh, you used to do this and this happened and you lied and da-da-da-da. You used to fuck all these... Like, he's not looking at her like that. He's looking at her as a human being who's been through some unfortunate events but still deserves compassion. The Empress in reverse. You know, someone who still deserves love but hasn't really gotten it. The Three of Cups, okay? So, you know, regardless of, listen, because like I said, there are a lot of people that talk about it. There are a lot of people that gossip, and there's a lot of things that have been said, but he don't care. It's telling me that Klay Thompson is just focused on the present moment with Megan Thee Stallion. The past, about her past, he's not too worried about it. And that's true maturity. Look at that evidence, because it's not like he don't know. It's not that he hasn't heard the word on town and what's been going on and what's been said and what hasn't been said. The problem is he doesn't care. All right, we also have Right. All right. This is like my magic card, or it feels like energy of manifestation. So it brings me back to the point where it's like Klay Thompson has wanted Megan Thee Stallion, look at that, for a very long time, and she's finally said yes. So you got to keep in mind, he knew about her past before he asked her out. That's what I'm kind of getting. Like, he knew about the energy that she's been dealing with even when it happened, because he was in her inbox, but he didn't care then either. All right, the natural disaster is that energy of which he knows that Megan has been sitting in, which is survival mode, right? But he's turning a blind eye to it. Like I said, he don't really care. The only thing that matters to him is the person that she is to him right now in the present moment. The schedule. And at the end of the day, like I said, he's not expecting her to be perfect. He's just expecting her to just be herself at the end of the day, and she has been. The daydream, right? So a wish fulfillment. And like I said, maybe this man is a little bit love struck, but it's because he sees the beauty in her. And you know how everyone says like beauty is in the eye of the beholder? This is exactly this energy. Someone who could love you despite your flaws, despite the things that you've been through, despite the energy that you have been across, and still want to be given, like still want to give to you, still want to be a part of your life. That's awesome energy to be a part of, okay? But listen, he's not dumb. He's not deaf to it. We have Marionette and we have Luck. But even though there were so many people trying to tell him other ways, he looks at her as the jackpot. Yeah, he looks at her as the jackpot. One more card of this deck. Yeah, indulgence, all right? And listen, people still talk to this day. And he wears the energy proudly. That's why he's always standing up to her. Klay Thompson is very protective over Megan Thee Stallion. I just want to say that. It'd be unfortunate if something came out that he doesn't know about. Because I feel like, honestly... What it do, baby boos? It's Hidden Truth coming back at it. My video got cut off and then I ended up losing the footage. So where I was ending off, where I cut off in that video, is that saying that, you know, it honestly would be unfortunate because I do feel like Klay Thompson feels like Megan Thee Stallion has been very transparent with him, especially about her past and just being herself and what she comes with. And it'd be unfortunate if something did come out that he didn't know about, because there is an energy that came out in those cards that if there was an energy of something coming out that, like, to confirm something he doesn't already know, that could change the way he kind of looks at her, because he does feel that she has been very authentic and very honest. He does put this girl on a pedestal and treats her like a queen that she deserves to be. There's just a little bit of fears that, you know, she might not be sitting in the same spot. The advice card I got from them is your confidence is your key to success. So I do feel like these two have a beautiful chance to have a strong healing, evolving relationship if they can get out of bad habits, if Megan can release the past, if Klay can release insecurities. There's just an energy of them both needing to be more confident in this. But there is success here, there is happiness, there's just an energy of both. Like, I don't really feel like Klay's past but Megan Thee Stallion's past being a problem, but it's more of her own energy getting in the way than actually being a problem. So they have a beautiful connection. They have a beautiful chance to grow into something more in the future as well. The last question I also asked before the camera got cut off and I lost my footage is, what's the outcome? Are they going to last? And I got the 5 of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Swords in reversed. So what I mentioned earlier, I really do feel like this couple really has a chance to last and have something long lasting and even healthy. But I do see challenges and delays of leaving certain things that need to be left alone in the past, or letting go of things that don't serve the relationship, and that's going to be their biggest challenge. Now Megan Thee Stallion does have a tendency of self-sabotage, and Klay Thompson has a tendency of playing provider, but he wants to help her, he wants to heal, and he wants to love her. If Megan Thee Stallion can allow this energy to come in and allow it to treat her the way she deserves, they can be happy. So I do wish these two the best, but this is going to be the end of this reading. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoy the way that I read, don't forget to hit that like button, comment some feedback or any celebrities you would like me to channel into, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a future reading.